What's going on, everybody? This is Valid here, back for another episode of Triangle Strategy. We are still in the encampment. I did a fair amount of grinding, but doing the same two battles over and over again started to get a teeny bit boring, and the XP return started to fall off significantly. But let's go ahead and just check out what I've done. Everybody's level 5. So we're a teeny bit ahead of the game at this point, and I'll probably make it a habit as we unlock further battles to do, the mock battles. I will probably go back and farm them again. But a nice little thing that we also did, if we come over to this guy right here, hello young Smithy. We already had this upgrade for Serenoa, I did that already. But we got one for Roland. We did the fire damage on Frederica. We did the healing slash damage on Gila. I don't think Anna got one. I ran out of stone for her, so I was not able to upgrade her. Huette got her bow upgrade, and I guess Eridor did not get any either. So in that mock battle that we were doing, it said it granted fiber as a reward, but you would also get iron randomly too. So I was able to do a few upgrades, but the only way I was able to get stone and timber was the provisioner. And he's only got one timber left. I bought out all the stone. He had extra fiber, but fiber was the main resource that I was able to gather off that, so I didn't really need to buy any. But yeah, so I sold out the iron and the stone. And one timber is not really going to be able to help me upgrade anything else, so yeah, we were able to do that. Actually, I think the reason why he has 5 timber, I actually sold him those 5 fiber to get a little bit of extra money back, because I was getting resources faster than I was getting money off of those. So I kind of evened out the playing field a little bit by selling him some of that fiber. So we're going to leave the encampment now because we're basically done here. The diminishing returns on the XP was becoming a little too much, where I was getting hardly any XP off the kills. Let's just go ahead and return to doing the story.
It seems your first test as Lord has come.
Literally brought the scale out here to make a decision. Seriously, guys.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
So I don't even get to make this decision on my own. I get to vote on it, which is kind of sad. I want to go to Frederica's hometown or country and then go mess with her half-siblings, but I guess the decision's not 100% up to me.
Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
So everybody gets to make the decision, but I get all the consequences for that decision, even though I don't get the final say in it. That seems legit.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going to. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolfort will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huette.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings. How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Alright, time to vote. Though I may not have my own token of conviction, it's my duty to lend an ear to their arguments. I guess he doesn't talk for these ones. An honest exchange of opinions will hopefully lead to a decision that satisfies all who vote. The path of the story will be determined by the consensus of your party as played through voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote in according to his or her own convictions. As the player, you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Ugh, democracy. Why can't this be a dictatorship? Before voting commences, you may attempt to persuade others to change their mind. Whether or not your attempt succeeds will be only revealed when the votes are cast. The strength of Sereno's convictions will affect the chances of success. Well, I actually did get a lot of conviction from doing those grinding. It would give me like 2 or 3 little conviction pop-ups every single time I would do one of those fights, so maybe I will be able to sway them. Who knows? The key to winning over your party is gathering the necessary information beforehand, which I've definitely done. I went and talked to literally every single person I possibly could. That information may not always be found in the same room where the votes are cast, so be proactive in talking to everybody you meet on your journey. Alright, so I guess we can go run around and talk to people. Oh, this bridge goes pretty far. Roland, why are you being a little moody bitch and coming all the way out here? Alright, let's talk to these guards and everybody first. Prince Franny and Minister Patriot are waiting to see our esteemed guest. I don't care. They said to ask him if you have any questions on the matter. Okay.
Listen, lad.
Can't very well say Hyzant holds much appeal to me. Sorsley and Exarm are too clever by half. Sure, the people of Aesfrost will give a warm reception even if their weather won't. Well, that's where I want to go anyways, because I'm pretty sure that's where Frederica is from. I want to postpone your thing. Okay, so these are the guys I need to talk to then. Lord Wolfort, I know your position as head of your house comes with many responsibilities. But being party to Roland's fancies is not one of them. I hope you understand that. Roland is doing what he can for the kingdom in his own way, as his older brother. I'm sure you can see that. That doesn't sound like a very dickish response. Roland may be a prince, but he is also like a brother to me. I swear to do all I can in service of the crown. I appreciate your concern, Prince Franny, and hope that you and I can be friends as well, just like our fathers before us. None of these responses are fun. Yeah, let's go with that one. A brother, you say? You mean to take my place as that fool's older sibling, then? Yes, I do. You're an asshole. Of course not. There's no, Sarah, no, the answer was yes. There's no way I could replace you, Prince Franny. I could easily replace you, Prince Franny. But because you are brothers in truth, it stands to reason that you would bicker like that, like siblings. Perhaps it would be good for the royal family if I were to be a buffer between you two. Stop being so diplomatic. What a curious man you are to offer such a part. Or to play such a part, rather. Do as you please, but I suggest holding on tightly to his reins if you do. Okay? Patriot. King Reyna expects great things of you, Lord Serenoa. If there's anything I can do to be of service, please simply say the word. I know he didn't say please, but... Should like to learn more about the holy state of Hyzant. I know they lay claim to the source and thus all of Norzelia's salt. Yeah, we're not salty, though. Okay, so yeah, Frederica's home is Aesfrost. That's what I wanted to know. I want to hear more about her home. That's what I want. We want to go to the home. Would have thought you an expert on the subject, considering your bride-to-be hails from that very land, but allow me to tell you what I know. No, we've barely gotten to talk anything about it. It's an arranged marriage, and we've been fighting people ever since we've met. Aesfrost is nestled within the snowy mountains to the north and is famed for its abundance of iron and expertise in smithing. I'd much rather have iron than salt. Their elite soldiers, known as the Black Irons, managed to make quite the name for themselves during the Salt Iron War. The nation is led by Archduke Gustulf, Lady Frederica's older brother, and though he holds most of Aesfrost's political power. He encourages the people to act freely and promotes individuals on the basis of ability rather than on blood or social status. Then why the hell are they making fun of her for her bloodline so much? Perhaps it does now, but we mustn't forget that we were the very ones who caused the war 30 years past. They are an ambitious... Well, that's probably because their half-siblings are assholes. They're an ambitious people living in a cold, harsh nation, which makes me think that hunger of theirs is still alive and well. Pray forgive me. I forget myself sometimes. I hope my foolish ramblings have not clouded your judgment. The decision is yours to make, Lord Serenoa, and I'm sure you will choose most wisely. Well, I already know. I wanted to know that. Yeah, we're going there because I want to go fuck with her siblings. All right, so let's actually go start convincing these people what to do.
Listen, lad.
Oh, okay, I have to listen to his reason. He wants to go to Hyzend. No, I don't. The sun and the sand make people of different sort here. It'd be interesting to meet them. I've long wanted to visit the source. It is a cornerstone of all life in Norzelia, after all. And this was the unlocked one that I got from knowledge. Stories of miracles performed in Ministry of Medicine have piqued my interest. Such knowledge could help our soldiers in common folk alike. Well, that's the reason, but I don't. So I think I might have screwed that one up. I probably should not have talked to him. So the people I need to talk to look like it's... Yeah, I accidentally screwed up with Eridor. Shit. So I need to talk to Gila, Frederica, and this guy, Benedict.
Lord Serenoa.
I believe we could benefit greatly from seeing the fruits of their knowledge with our own eyes. But yeah, I need to convince them to go to Aesfrost. That's what I want to do. Somehow I missed the knowledge? I've heard much of the grandeur of the Aesfrost city, a lord should take interest on how life is lived in other nations. I would like to visit Frederica's homeland, both to sate my own curiosity and for the sake of our marriage. It's only natural that you would have an interest in the home of your betrothed. From a more practical perspective, I would be curious to see how Aesfrost's behavior towards our house changes now that we are bound to them. Appreciate your point of view, my lord. There is much I must think over before I reach a final decision.
Certainly not.
Of course, if you have any further thoughts on the matter, then I would be all too glad to hear them. Oh, okay, I get to keep talking to him about it. I guess he wasn't too convinced the first time. Alright, so Aesfrost's achievements in ironwork are second to none. Have you no interest in seeing such marvels? Truth be told, I find Aesfrost's chilling winds more than appealing for the stifling sands of Hyzant. I mean, personally, I do prefer the cold. I wouldn't want to drive in the snow. I live in an area where it does not snow personally, but I do like the cold. But I feel like using the knowledge that we gained, the locked one, is probably going to be the best one. Knowledge of spells. Knowledge is the foundation of power. We can learn much by wandering the archives for a spell.
Quite true.
The archives, the seat of world's knowledge, yes. I think that's something Benedict could appreciate. Even the most erudite among us is but a fool before these countless tomes.
I am decided.
You have given me much to consider, my lord. I shall take your perspective into account when making my decision. Benedict has been moved by my words. That's a good sign. Alright, where's Gila and Wifey? They're both right here.
Serenoa.
I've always wondered when I might visit the country where my mother was born. How did she spend her youth? I would very much like to see. I would very much like to visit the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost. You wish to visit Aesfrost? Might I ask why? I want to see more of your homeland. As your betrothed, I feel the curiosity is only natural. Truth be told, I prefer the cold to the stifling heat, such as ever been the case. The people of Hyzant might not be as welcoming as you believe. Well, since that was a locked knowledge, we're just going to go with that one.
No.
Is it because I am a Rosellan? Please, I do not need others to presume upon my feelings. No, that's not why. I'm proud of the hair. Yeah, I know, your hair's nice. I like the pink. I am proud of the hair my mother gave me and do not concern myself with the opinion of others. You seem to have given quite a bit of thought to this question, Sereno.
And?
If we do travel to Aesfrost, how would you like to spend our visit? Oh, there's locked knowledge. I somehow missed more knowledge. I intend to see the relation between our two nations deepen, as much for our own marriage as for the future of our mining venture. I was hoping you could show me your home if you were willing. Truly? Then I shall do my level best to show you the finest Aesfrost has to offer. Thank you. That's so sweet. I hope everything you imagine. I hope it is everything you imagine. If it isn't, well, promise not to think worse of me. I would never. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I shall consider them as I come to my own opinion. She appears in... Oh, wow, they were starting off great to our marriage, Frederica. Indifferent to my plea.
Lord Serenoa.
Until now, Frederica's position has offered her few chances to visit Hyzant. Keeping your relations with the Holy State would doubtless be your benefit as well. When I use this opportunity to let Frederica realize a long-held wish in the meantime, what about my long-held wishes of fucking with her siblings? I wish to visit the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost. If your heart is truly set on Aesfrost, I'd be curious to know your reasons. Wish to know more about my betrothed, what better way to do that than to visit her home? Although Aesfrost may be cold, I find the chill much more preferable to the heat. Well, that's not a very convincing argument. Every single one of them has had the cold versus the heat more. A story I heard of a particularly skilled smuggler caught my attention. They even sent the military after him. I wonder what he could have been peddling. That sounds convincing. Ah, yes. Although I cannot say if we speak of the same person, I did hear tell of a man that had been caught smuggling salt into Aesfrost.
Indeed.
Curious, I suppose with this joint mining venture before us, such matters would pique your interest.
My mind is made up.
I believe I have more than enough food for thought. Gila is deep in thought. Alright, let's start the vote. I don't want to convince the other two. Let's see what happens.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost, or the Holy State of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Alright, we don't really need to watch them all put a
Make
coin in.
convincing argument, my lord.
And the results are in. We are going to Aesfrost. Yeah, we convinced one person. That's all we needed. We just needed one to win the vote.
Decided. We journey to Aesfrost.
Yeah, we get to go screw with my my wife's siblings.
We have decided. We set sail for Aesfrost. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord.
Now, one thing I know is I missed a few different pieces of knowledge to convince these people. We had enough to make the vote 4-3, but it was just barely, so we got to do a little bit better on looking around and trying to find all the information possible before our next votes.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
Does this mean she is coming back too?
It does mean she's coming back too. Just to fuck with you.
The swill they call wine will taste even more vile now, I fear.
You too, Thalas. We're gonna overthrow your government. If we can.
My lady, are you sure you wouldn't prefer to stay at Castle Wolford?
Nonsense. I am coming with you.
As King Regnar's envoy, charts a course down the Norzelia River for the Duchy of Aesfrost.
Sorry, we missed a tiny bit of that because I stepped up to go get a cup of coffee and I didn't realize the conversation started.
Serenoa and crew arrive at a massive gate, itself dwarfed by the snow-covered mountains that lie beyond. Awaiting them at Twins Gate, as it is known, is Farog Aesfrost, second in power and influence only to the Archduke himself.
Land of snow and ice. Just like my home country.
Avlora, Erica, Thalas, welcome home. I trust the ceremony was a
Wow, no welcome home to Frederica. Even this guy's rude.
Minister to be present.
Thank you for having us in your domain, Uncle. The crags are lovely as ever.
Yeah, gee, they're even a smartass to their own family. Not even
I present to you Lord
not even the bastard child of the father.
King Regnar.
Ah, the Wolfforge boy. Frederica's betrothed, yes?
Yes.
The very same, my lord. I thank you for the warm welcome.
The honor is mine, Lord Serenoa. Svarog Aesfrost at your service. I watch over Twins Gate, the front door of our duchy.
Lord Svarog is father to Dragan, and uncle to the Archduke and myself.
We did not expect to see you again so soon, Frederica. But I understand wanting to show off your handsome groom-to-be.
Aww.
Uncle, please. You embarrass me.
Good
I
news.
like this guy.
To speak your mind. A word of advice, lad. You do well not to anger her.
She's a little fiery. Wink. Ahaha. Oh, I hate myself.
Prince Roland, I did not expect you'd be in attendance.
It's been quite some time, Lord Svarog. But today I come as an attendant to House Wolfort.
A secret visit, then. Say no more.
King Regnar thanks Lord Dragan for all he has done for the mining effort. His engineering prowess has proved indispensable.
As his boasting has no doubt proved intolerable. Forgive the boy, my lord. That said, rest assured his goals are sincere. He truly does wish to lead us into a new era. I pray you'll lend him the strength to see that it becomes a reality.
You have my word.
You expect great things from him, then?
Against my better instincts, perhaps. But such is my lot as the boy's father. But forgive me. No doubt you are weary from your journey. I shall keep you no longer. Archduke Gustadolf awaits you at Ironstone.
Then we shall take our leave. Thank you, Lord Svarog.
Kind of cool. It's kind of it's like almost like a dwarven town inside of a mountain. That's kind of cool. I like this town.
I am Gustadolf, Archduke of Aesfrost. Allow me to personally welcome you to my nation.
Why, thank you, sir. Oh.
I hear I am addressing the new Lord of House Wolf.
The auto got turned off.
Serenoa Wolford, Your Grace. It is an honor to have an audience with you. On behalf of King Regna and all of Glenbrook, you have our sincere gratitude for your generous contributions to the mining effort.
Consider your gratitude accepted. Avlora informs me that you fought well in the tourney. I would much like to see for myself how the legendary Simon's son carries himself in battle.
We can do that right now. I would like to fight somebody right now.
Yet I'm not half the warrior he is.
It is good that you make such effort. I would expect no less for my brother-in-law to be. Norzelia is changing. The time when matters were settled by blade draws to a close. In the spirit of this age of diplomacy, I would hear your honest thoughts on the mining accord.
I believe it's an important alliance that may bring harmony to our three nations. It's a lucrative enterprise that stands to benefit all of our nations equally. I cannot shake the fear that our visions do not align and this fragile alliance may not hold. I don't want harmony, but I don't want to piss him off particularly. I just want to fuck with the other half-siblings. I don't want to, like, screw with that. So, yeah, let's benefit everybody equally.
It is a lucrative enterprise that stands to benefit all of our nations equally.
So you believe spoils evenly shared will suffice to bring peace?
I'd hope so.
Since when has man ever been content to be equal with his peers?
Hey, I'm trying to remain neutral here, okay?
You believe otherwise, Your Grace?
Allow me to put it this way. I cannot abide those who would impose equality upon others. People deserve freedom. Freedom to earn their own idea of happiness as they see fit. Frederica, do not lose sight of your role in all of this. Stand by Serenoa always, and represent Aesfrost with pride and grace.
I shall, brother.
Prince Roland, as you have come in secret, I will dispense with formalities.
I appreciate the consideration, Your Grace.
That said, does King Regna not worry that his younger son visits a foreign land on his own?
I am no longer a child, and it is a prince's duty to be worldly.
A fine outlook. In that case, I would show you to the archives.
It holds countless tomes, from the ancient to the new. I dare say it rivals that of Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine.
An intriguing offer, and one I gladly accept.
Lord Wolford, you and your men are free to join us as well.
Truly, Your Grace? I understand the archives hold many a closely guarded secret.
And rest assured, I have no intention of giving those away.
Those are in the back room. Wink.
Through mining and marriage alike.
Yes, I was making a nudging motion with my elbow while I said that. And actually winking.
Beg your pardon, but I heard this is where the salt flows cheap like.
Oh yeah, it flows cheap like.
Go bother someone else.
I'm not asking for my health. Here's an advance.
Beat him up. Beat him up.
How much do you need?
Salt dealers.
As much as you can spare. I'm good for 10 times what I gave you.
I'm not to sell you now. Come back tonight, money in hand, to the spot marked here.
And I know your face, so don't try anything stupid.
You have my word.
Wait, this guy's trying to get the salt back that he originally smuggled them? Also, those guys who were just hanging out there just decided to leave when he walked up and did his thing? Okay. That doesn't seem like the normal drug deal.
Just there.
The spot on the map's literally just right around the corner.
Right then, Sickers. I've got the location for you. This is where they do their dirty work.
I knew you were the man for the job. Excellent work, Rudolph.
My name's cleared then, yeah? I'll be pardoned?
You have my word. That said, our forces are stretched quite thin this evening. We'll need you to assist in apprehending them as well.
So the guy who originally smuggled the salt is now an informant for them and is going to go help take out the people he sold the salt to. From what it sounds like. They act like salt is like some fucking crazy drug. Like, here's your cocaine laced with freaking fentanyl.
I'll help you bring him in.
Glad to hear it. You're too good a man to be branded a criminal.
Don't you flatter me after all this. You saw him, didn't you? They don't work alone. An operation like this ain't run by one man. And last I checked,
Like it's salt.
we're
You
only
just
two.
put it on food. What could it be mixed with?
Assemble reinforcements.
Snow? But it would melt the snow.
What an astounding collection of tomes.
The sum of Norzelia's knowledge, including volumes thought lost or banned outright in other nations.
I did not expect to see so many people in a facility so important.
Each and every one is a scholar, conducting important research in their field of expertise.
Scholars? All of them? Brother gives no thought to background, gender, or social status during the selection process. All in Aesfrost are given equal opportunity, provided they show desire and aptitude.
Of course, we prize ability above all else. So
I know in this playthrough I'm trying to be a dick, but I do appreciate that.
as they please.
Most open-minded approach.
Indeed.
I see now how Aesfrost arrives at its marvels of engineering.
Yeah, they don't restrict intelligent people based off their social status and wealth.
Writings on metallurgy and our nation's rich history with iron. Our ancestors were but a tribe of impoverished hunters until the man who would become our first Archduke discovered iron. Iron changed our lives. It transformed the way we worked, farmed, built, and fought.
How can you farm? It's snowing 24/7.
The history of iron is the history of Aesfrost. It is our pride and joy, the engine that drives us.
My father told us that Aesfrost is made of iron. That neither its people nor weapons would bend.
Just so, Prince Roland.
Your Grace. Forgive me the interruption. I have unfortunate news regarding the issue of which we spoke.
We found the salt
So you
dealer.
require reinforcements. Say no more.
Then there was the matter of the pardon.
On which my thinking has not changed. We will speak no more of this.
Understood.
Honored guests, I would consult with you on an important matter.
Ooh, we get to go beat up salt
Commander of
dealers.
Aesfrost's constabulary.
Has something happened?
We have discovered an illicit salt trade operating within our borders. Yet we lack, at the moment, the manpower to address it. Might we have your assistance in apprehending the scofflaws?
Why, I would...
Lord Serenoa, matters of salt are fraught. I advise you not to engage without a clear strategy.
I understand it is a complex issue. Needless to say, I would not force this upon you.
Sounds simple to me. Just bringing some criminals to justice, yeah? I say aye, my lord.
I agree, Eridor.
What better way to thank His Grace for a tour of the archives?
I agree, Roland.
And it is settled. We shall help you.
I could not be more thankful. Sicris, brief our friends on the situation.
Of course, Your Grace. Come, I shall show you to the garrison.
Well, as much as I would like to continue this is already getting a little bit long. So we're going to call it here. Nice that we finally got to the city of Aesfrost, and next episode, hopefully we can actually do a battle to help take down this illicit salt ring. Anyways, guys, this has been Valid. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until then, I will see you next time. Goodbye.